Hi again. So, Nikki, we've just done about half an hour of tapping. How do you feel afterwards?
Okay, yeah. So we've done about half an hour of tapping and going through the tapping sequence and talking about my relationship with food and how I feel. And one of the techniques we used were to visualize my body as a person, and then that person being able to tell me how they feel about my relationship with food and how it makes them feel, and then that in turn has enabled me to disassociate what my brain tells me about food from what my visualized body tells me about food. So that's given me more strength to put myself in those situations and not feel under pressure from this thing.
Brilliant. And I think one of the key things to kind of get across the message about our bodies being different is to think about how you would treat your body if it was a child. So you wouldn't have this negative chatter with a child all the time. You wouldn't be constantly beating it up and saying you're not good enough, you failed again, why can't you get it right? All that negative chatter that constantly goes on in our mind. And it's not surprising our body doesn't work the way it should when it's got all those negative messages constantly being thrown on it. So to really view your body as a separate identity, I think, is a really good technique and listen to what does my body need, not just, as you say, what your mind needs, but what does your body need.
Yeah, so I agree. A really powerful technique. And we're going to continue to tap on it and have a look into some of the causes as well.
So there's we've kind of focused mainly on the symptoms today, so the cravings themselves, and looked a little bit deeper, but we've got a bit more work to do with history of how you've grown up around food and what it's been used for in your life and how you've used it yourself as a reward, as a punishment, whether you don't stick to a diet because you don't like rules, and is there a message there, and all those kinds of things. So we're going to have some fun with that in future sessions.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thanks, Nikki.
No problem.